So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to actually succeed on dating apps, because these days people think either that it's a good idea, but I would say most people don't really like dating apps, and they say that it doesn't work, or you can't find the one on there, or people are there mostly for hookups and yada yada yada. But I'm going to break down how you can actually use dating apps to your advantage. So my name is Likar Lam. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I do a bunch of videos on mindset, psychology, social dynamics, and pretty much anything you want. Just let me know in the comments, but I'm usually geared towards psychology. I just find it so interesting. And if you're back, welcome back. And yeah, let's just get right in. So first things first, I know one of my subscribers told me to do a video on what kind of things girls actually want to see on dating profiles in guys. And that will be one of the points of this video, but I'll also go a little bit deeper onto how to actually use dating apps. So first things first is that if you're a guy and I'm a girl, right? So whenever I go on dating apps, which I don't use them, I've used them for a bit, kind of like, went on there and checked it out or whatnot. But really, if you're a guy, I think the most obvious things that you shouldn't be having in your profile are things like shirtless pictures or pictures with your ex, things like that. But it's crazy. You would think that these are obvious, but apparently it's not very obvious for some people. And I would say another thing is, do not have pictures of you with another girl, whether it's your cousin, whether it's your sister. If it's your mom, honestly, I would say no. It's giving try hard. It's giving kind of in a way manipulation. It's giving, you're trying to get the girl to like you. You're trying to get the girl who ends up on your profile to swipe right. But I would say don't do that, okay? Just be genuine. For example, really good photos to add is if you're super into rock climbing, if you're into martial arts, if you're into any kind of sport, and you have a picture of yourself doing that. That is great. That is wonderful. It's a full body photo and it kind of shows you from a third person point of view. I think that is a great type of photo to have. And then another good photo to have is one if you're on the dinner table, if you're eating food, if you went out with your friends. Having solo pictures of yourself and pictures of you with your friends is a great way to show your social life, to show that, you do have a life and that you're not just someone who has no friends, who doesn't have any sort of social skills or social interactions, right? And not to say that that always has to be the case, because I know that when I used dating apps in the past, I only had pictures of myself, but I still got matches, But I know as guys, you guys apparently have a hard time on dating apps. It's what I've heard a lot of the times, that not a lot of people get matches. So make those changes. It will get a huge difference. And also, if you want to work one-on-one with me, and look, I'm no certified coach. I'm not here to sit in line and say, I'm a professional. No, I just genuinely like to help people with relationships, mindset, psychology related things. And if you kind of are like watching me and you're like, I kind of like this girl's perspective, and I think, what she's saying does make sense, and I think she can help me, just book a call. It'll be in the link below. It's the link in my channel description as well, so you can go check that out. And anyway, I guess some other things that I would also put, especially, so like the dating apps, a lot of them will have, or dating profiles, they'll have like different prompts that you can put. For example, it's like, on our first date, I would bring us to, and then you kind of like fill in your blank, and there's a whole bunch of different prompts like that. Make sure you're not too descriptive. There's people who are way too descriptive. They're putting like a whole entire paragraph. No one wants to read all that. That's too descriptive. That's too much. It doesn't look visually appealing. Here's one psychology tip in social influence. Social influence, not necessarily meaning manipulation, but meaning, in a way, it's kind of a natural psychology effects on humans, okay? So if you're writing things, typing things out, wherever it may be, you want it to look nice to your brain. Your brain will literally process things differently. If it sees a whole entire paragraph and a whole bunch of different emojis that you're using in the prompt, it will be viewed differently, either consciously or subconsciously, to the person who's reading it. So make it just straightforward and simple, but don't make it boring. Like, still put some effort in, but simplify it. Okay, some people go on one side of the coin, one side of the border or whatever. They go on the extreme and put a bunch of information, add a ton of emojis. And then on the other side, people are just not putting any effort in. In the prompt, they'll put one single word. It's just not enough. It just really makes it look like you just don't care. So I'd say those are pretty much the basics. It's really like not that hard. It's genuinely not that hard. Just put effort in, but know what your intention is, because if you're there for something casual, yeah, obviously you're just naturally not going to put a lot of effort in because you're just looking for something casual. But if you're looking for a genuine relationship, and this video is for those who are actually looking for a long-term relationship, we're talking marriage, okay? That's kind of what I'm pro marriage, okay? I'm not really pro casual relationships. I don't think that's really beneficial in a way. Just my take, honestly. And so if you're like, why am I not getting matches? Why isn't this working? And why isn't that working? But you're looking for something casual. Well, your brain, no matter what, subconsciously, it's gonna know that you're not looking for anything serious. So it's not gonna put in the effort that needs to be put in to get actual matches. But if you're there with the true intention, your mind is going to be like, wait, okay, so I'm actually looking for a quote unquote mate. And yes, this is in a way biological and psychological, okay? And so you will end up putting in more effort, whether you like it or not. You'll start to think and start to filter your actions through that lens. And now, second part of the video is how to actually use dating apps. So whether you're a girl or a guy, especially I'm speaking on the part of being a girl, or even, once again, even as a guy, a lot of people are saying that, okay, I can't find anyone serious, I can't find this person, I can't find the person that I want. No, you're not being strict enough. There are people out there who don't just want to come over to your house for a one-night stand, who don't just want to come over to your house to quote unquote make dinner for you, okay? You can find people who want to be on the app to find an actual relationship. Trust me, you can. Number one, you need to have the mindset that is possible, because if you have the mindset of just thinking that is not going to be possible, that you're never going to find a wife, that you're never going to be in a marriage, that you're never going to find a high quality partner on a dating app, well, then that's not going to be your reality. Then you're right, then you can't find anyone if that's your mindset. But at the same time, you have to be aware that it is true, the majority of people on dating apps are there for hookups, are there for casual short-term relationships. Or, it's those people who say that they're there for something short-term but open to long-term. No, they're not. Don't go for those people, whether you're a girl or a guy. Don't. Those people don't know what they want. Go for people who know what they want. Only ever go for people who are like, okay, I am there for marriage. Those people are the ones that you want to be filtering out for. And if anyone's like, okay, let's go on a date, and you've only talked to them for 2 to 3 days, no, they're out. They're out. You know why? Let me tell you why. I know some people are like, okay, well, you should get the ball rolling. Well, you shouldn't be endlessly texting back and forth, which is true. But do you have such a short attention span? You have such a need for instant gratification that you can't just get to know a complete stranger. Don't forget, this is a complete stranger. You can't get to know them for at least a solid week or so. Maybe going on phone calls or video calls, or at least texting once in a while. You know what I mean? Unless you spilled your whole childhood story and your whole love life on them on text within the last day and send them paragraphs upon paragraphs upon paragraphs. Don't let that be you, because the faster you go in a relationship, the faster it's gonna break. Okay, what I say is that chill out, slow down. People are moving in 6 months into a relationship, like 6 months of dating, and they move into the same place. I'm like, what? This is a complete stranger. And you're letting them into your house, letting them live with you. And then you divorce, and then you break up, and you wonder why. I mean, yeah, you barely know the person, and then you decide you're gonna live with them. I mean, wow, shocker. So please don't do that, okay? Be smart about it. Take your time, really get to know someone, okay? Like I said, this is the most important decision that you can ever make, who you choose to spend the rest of your life with, okay? And if you can actually use dating apps properly, it can work. Once again, the key thing is to filter hard, to have such high standards, especially on dating apps, because a lot of people on those apps will just be playing around. They're not there for anything important or anything in particular. Be very specific, be very explicit in what you want. You can ask them. Literally, you just ask them. Don't just be texting people back and forth for a week, and then you find out that, oh wait, they're not there for anything serious. No, ask them. if they're like, wait, what do you mean? Like, that's coming off like too forward, or you're being too straightforward. I'm like, no, you're not being too straightforward. They're just not being clear enough on what they want. They don't know what they want. I mean, they don't want anything serious, because if they wanted something serious, they would know what they want. So that's pretty much it. Like, it's super simple. Like, be straightforward, be explicit. I'm not saying you need to be rude. That's not what I'm saying. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just have your standards high. Filter really well and put some effort into your dating profiles. And if you want me to check your dating profile and actually fix it, yeah, link in the bio. And yeah, let me know in the comments any kind of feedback, things that you agree with, things that you disagree with, any kind of videos or topics that you want me to talk about. And I'll be, sorry, I can't speak. And I will be very happy to do videos on them. So yeah, and I know I haven't been totally consistent on my videos. I've just been doing, honestly, very terrible, not gonna lie. But I'm hanging in there, okay? And you guys are really motivating me to create more videos. So yeah, stay tuned for more videos. I will try to be here on this channel. Like, I was really try to keep posting. Yeah, I feel like I might want to do like reaction videos and things like that. I think that'd be really fun. Just let me know. I'm pretty open to different kinds of videos. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you haven't, please make sure to like and subscribe. It helps me a lot, and I'll show up on your feed more if that's what you want. And yeah, see you on the next video.